Hello everyone, Blazester Games here. Um, Forgot to change the description for the stream. That's fine. Anyways, um, I'm gonna be trying something a little different today. So first of all, I'm gonna be working on the UVs for this. Yeah, sure, autosave. I'm gonna be working on the UVs for this desk, because I actually did do this desk off stream. You can kind of see how it's laid out. Not the prettiest. I was trying to make sure the texel density was all uniform. Unfortunately, the problem with that is particularly um this was given some issues on like with this. Like if it was like a little bigger, if it was even like a tiny bit bigger, then this would have to be coming over here, and you can see it's already pretty close to running out of space. These. Um, Make sure I undo everything. I don't want to have any changes. So, oh, that is that is an interesting mess that I am gonna have to solve today. Um, yeah, I did some things. So if I like, actually, what you can see is because like this whole part is one model. If I isolate it, I had some faces that were hidden that I've deleted so I could save some space. I'm curious, is this one face? Fascinating. This wasn't that good of a model anyways. Wait, no, wait. So, okay, no, that is connected. No, wait. What's confusing me here? It doesn't matter. This is done. This has been. I have completed that model. We are not working on that model today. And as a matter of fact, we're gonna reopen this because I don't want any changes to that. Anyways, what I'm gonna try differently is something I noticed. I'm gonna attempt. What I'm gonna do is I'm actually going to mute myself today. And, well, I might unmute myself every now and then, but primarily I'm going to be muted today. I think I was just talking too much last time. I don't know how to stream. I'm learning. I forgot on this. Dang it. We're going to get this done really quick. It's fine. Okay, I actually am going to have to cut this stream short today. I'm not cutting it short now, but what I'm going to attempt to do during the stream is we're going to attempt to get this desk all UV'd, and then I'm going to attempt to model a door and UV it. We'll see how complicated I get the door, but I at least want to get the UVs done for this desk. Because, yeah, by Monday, I need to have all my UVs done for all my models, and I also need to have a door done, and also possibly animated. I have a couple things I also want to do, like I want to redo the chest. And then I want to also, there's a little experiment I want to do where I want to create like a floating object, and I want to mess around with that a little bit. But currently I have some other stuff that I need to worry about. And today in particular, actually, because it was something I probably should have done yesterday. No, it was supposed to be done yesterday, but I forgot. But luckily, I think I can do it today. Um, without, I just won't get as much as I would have if I. Yeah. Anyways, so I'm going to mute up for now, and if I find anything that I really want to talk about, I'll unmute. But in the meantime, I'm going to be muted, and I'm just going to work. we'll see how this goes. Luckily, the audience is not very large. As a matter of fact, it's a 1. So, I don't really have, like, I'm not, like, changing something for a huge audience. So, I'm starting out, I can dabble. So, I will talk to you guys again later. Actually, give me a second. I'm gonna turn on something I can listen to. Maybe I should turn on something you guys can listen. 1 second. Alright. I'm going to find something I can listen to. Unfortunately, I don't think I'll be able to have it so you guys can listen to it as well, because I'm planning on listening to a podcast. I think in future streams I'm gonna figure out how to, like, add extra sources. I don't know how to do that right now, but we'll figure that out eventually. And then I'll add, like, find some free music I can, the royalty free, I think, is the type that I can do. Yeah. So maybe I can find some lo-fi. Anyways, so give me a moment. You can see the little knobs going away. I'm actually literally listening to Little Big Planet music. It's a good game. Anyways. I've already thought of something I wanted to talk about. This was something I actually figured out that I probably should have done with some of the other models. This is an alternate way of, like, just generating, like, a UVs quickly. Is you can do an automatic, and as you can see, it, like, automatically, like, lays out the stuff and things. Which is fairly nice. But and I ended up doing it for this model, so I could quickly. It still requires work because I want to stitch things together. I want to clean up some stuff probably, but, like, getting just the basic shape so I don't have to select each edge individually, like, is particularly, like, something. If anyone watches, like, the streams in order, because I don't know if there was anyone that actually watched yesterday, but something I had an issue with this model was selecting these edges and the crevices, but automatic did it quickly for me for this one, and so I genuinely should have done it for this one, but I just didn't think about it. Yeah. Sorry, making sure that the sound's only playing the right thing, because otherwise, I don't know if this is, like, royalty free or I don't want to get copyrighted, especially when I've just started. Anyways, so that's something I've noticed. It does actually, I already see a mistake, which was, where was it? Where was it? Right there. This, I would not want that to be cut. I want that to be sewed together. Actually, how do I go about this? Alright, sorry. This is just something I wanted to bring up though, was the automatic. Nice little tool to quickly, still requires cleanup, and that's what I'm gonna do now. Alright. Here, 1 second, actually. Alright, sorry. What I wanted to talk about was, let me turn that off. Is something that I had a thought. This entire section, these entire sections are the exact same as these. So what I think I'm gonna do, I'm gonna leave these. I'm happy with these. But I'm gonna take, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna object, and I'm gonna separate. So I have this, and this. And I'm going to actually, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna delete these. Is that, do I want to just straight up delete them, or do I want to? I'm trying to think. That is a weird part of the model. I'm not sure why that happened, but yeah, it's fine. Anyways, but yeah, so what I'm gonna do, we're gonna take these, and I will figure out a way to get the other ones into the right position. Sorry, the music, it's sounding very Herbie or Mario. I don't know. Because I'm not listening to either. I'm listening to Little Big Planet, but okay. Anyway, sorry about that. But yeah, that's also all I want to mention. I'm going back though. Also, something I could do is then I can isolate the objects a lot quicker. That's just something else I want to mention. This is another thing I forgot that I could do. Something you can do is actually, when you've selected something, or say you've done an action like move and so. It doesn't work with all actions, like you can't like move it and then this and then like repeat it. But what you can do is say, I did move and so what I can do is I can press G to repeat the last action done. And as you saw, like the movement didn't get affected. And it also doesn't work with like Control C, but it's like, yeah, it's a nice little function. Um, yeah. Look at that. Got them all up straight lines now. So I think what I'm gonna do, unfortunately, there's not gonna be any easy way to orient them all like the same way. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna have this edge, the left side, I want them facing left here. And that's basically how I'm gonna or do that. I had an idea, and because I use orient shell often. I also use like unfold option, and you know what I should just do? I should just do it like this. Sorry. What I was trying to do is add it to the shelf, but I forgot how to do that. I'm gonna try something. I don't remember how to do it. It's fine. Apology. Alright. So, I believe I've done all three of these. Oh, I did move some of them off to the side, but yeah. Really happy. I'm not gonna mirror them yet, because what I want is the mirror to, how do I phrase this? I want them to automatically stack the shells. So if I mirrored it now, I would have to manually stack the shells. So that's why I'm waiting. Like if actually what I could have done with like this, and I think I did think about it, but I chose against it just because I didn't feel like dealing with the mirroring. But I could have done this with this because all of these, like you have, if I go to UV shells, like you have this shell that's stacked on this shell, that's stacked on this shell, and you can see it's highlighting the same one here. And I could have easily mirrored and it would have done all of that for me. I chose against it. Either that or I forgot it. Either way, the same outcome ended up happening. Yeah, so I'm gonna wait because I want to be able to lay out the shells with all this. I am gonna keep these two, even though technically it would have the same thing that I'm talking about, but at the same time, they've already been cut. It's matter of fact, what I'm gonna do really quick is I'm just gonna make sure that yeah, good enough. I think there's a little jankiness. I'm not sure why. Okay, it just wasn't unfolded yet. Actually, what I'm gonna do, object, so I'm gonna select all three of these, go to UV shell, unfold, because, oh yeah, you see some stuff change. And then I'm going to orient the shells. Actually, we're gonna unselect these because I don't want them to be rotating, and I don't want these rotating either. Nor these. Though I've already oriented them, but we're gonna orient these a few times. Make sure they're perfectly straight. Unfortunately, like I said, I already oriented these. If I could go back, I would, and I would unorient them, but at least I think I oriented them. Let's test. Yeah, I already oriented them. Okay. Oh, that sounds like this. Oh, it's Mr. Sandman. Alright, I should mute myself before I get copyrighted just from humming it. Alright. Uh, I have been playing when I play Repo with my friends, because that's one of the games I play. I don't play many horror games, but that's like the one I'll play. And I always like kind of hum Mr. Sandman to myself, particularly because this one YouTuber I watch that plays Repo occasionally. It's not their main thing. They do it on their second channel. I guess I don't know how to hide it. Grian. It's Grian, like the Minecraft YouTuber. On his second channel, he's played Repo a few times, and he'll kind of sing that one, or like kind of hum that as he starts running over his friends with a cart. And so I kind of do that too, because I'm like, I've watched those. I'm like, that's kind of strange. The stuff that we adopt from stuff we consume. Because I also like, I find a bunch of my language has definitely changed based on like who I watch. Anyways, that's off topic. Part of the reason. So I'm gonna go back. We're gonna finish this up. But it's a good song. Anyways. Alright, hello again. Alright, so I had a thought. I made this indent so that I could like, because I wanted to like have the pencil indent that exists on models or in like on actual like desks, but it is so shallow, and it almost like what I'm thinking is this could be something to texture. I think I'm because also it doesn't not like if I go into one second, I'm gonna show something. This is something cool. If I can remember how to do it. So we need to go to lighting, flat lighting, I think we want. Then we'll go objects, deselect. Yeah, this is something you could do. Actually, we could also do like use no lights. Yeah. You can't, so this is like the silhouette. We're seeing the silhouette currently, and you can't see that indent. It doesn't matter how I rotate it, you will never see the indent. I'm gonna leave it for now. I'm gonna get the UVs for it, but it's a lot of these models are they were first passes. They were first passes, and so yeah. I think yeah. Let me go back to my normal lighting, which is use default lighting. So just something I wanted to mention. Honestly, like I said, I don't want to change it. I don't want to change it now because I also who knows, maybe they'll actually use it for I don't know. I'm leaving it for now, and then they can. I need to ask them for feedback. The other issue with this is it's also like pencil thin. Not pencil thin, sorry. It's like needlepoint thin, almost. If I go like to where the square fills up the whole screen, it's basically just a line. You aren't gonna be able to get like any detail on that. Like what is it at currently with the texel density? 5.7. Okay. Let's assume that like we had it as were stretched across. You're still not gonna get like very much detail at all. This is much better for texture. Again, I'm still gonna leave it because I don't know the mechanics of what like how GitHub works and stuff or not. I don't want people to lose progress or things to break because I changed something I shouldn't have. But for those watching, it depends on what you're doing. But like for say a game, the players, they're not gonna notice if this actually doesn't have depth. It's on a plane, first of all. This is a plane. You can get away with a lot with textures. You can get away with a lot with normal maps and stuff like that. So, why is it not? Oh, it might have just been like a visual issue. Another good song. Alright, sorry. Alright, I think the UVs are laid out nicely enough. So what I'm gonna do is we're gonna go to object mode, grab both of these, and we're gonna duplicate it. Now the tricky part is going to be getting it here. And actually, I have an idea. First, I'm gonna try negative 65, first of all, because I remember doing it fairly, like, calculating it, what it was on. Actually, what I can do is mesh, not mesh. Ooh, such happy music. Measure tools. Okay, we have that, and then we're gonna do it on the other side too, and we should get the same. Obviously we do not, so that means something's gone wrong. Alright, sorry. So we're gonna, first of all, I'm gonna delete these. Would it by chance be like negative 64? No. Let me try something. Because who knows, maybe it's something I've done wrong on this side. Oh, also I could have clicked the... Hello? Ooh, cool. I should found some stuff. Okay, that's the exact same. We're just gonna do that. Oh no, they are right. It's just, it's perspective is weird. Okay, it's totally right. Alright, so now if I go here, or into object mode, if I stop trying to measure, we can go to UV editing, object mode, and if I select the two objects, it's the same. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to remerge. Oh, what did I call it? Okay, so now what I'm going to do is, one second. I'm going to quickly make a backup of my previous desk export. What am I forgetting? Sorry, I got distracted by something. Something seems off here. Why do I have two of these? Oh yeah, that's right. This is what it used to look like when I submitted for our first sprint of the prototype. I got very confused because I'm like, why do I have two versions? I don't remember having two versions. There was two versions. I just forgot that one was an incomplete version. Yeah. So, if you're interested, this is what it used to look like. But, which, surprisingly not that bad. Still, this is arguably better. If not, it is. Sorry, it's about to criticize it, but I need to learn not to criticize my stuff so much. Anyways, what was I gonna do? Oh, yes! Okay, still window capture, sir. Let me make sure I've got a backup of my version 2 desk. Okay. Now that I've done that, we can open up display capture again, and I'm gonna use my script. I'm curious. If you're interested, actually, because you can make scripts, which is kind of cool, but if you're interested, this is my exporting script. It's very, very simple. You basically just, well, it's simple in the fact that it's very few lines of code. All you're doing is getting the list of objects selected, because I want it to be able to export multiple objects at once. You then, this is like a visual thing to make sure like things aren't going wrong. This is not necessary. But then we get also an integer. This is for the for loop, because if I remember correctly, it doesn't work unless you assign the integer separately. Then it goes through and individually selects objects, moves them to the origin because we want them in the origin when we export them. At least I'm pretty sure it causes less issues when they origin. Though, say these translates were frozen, this moves to origin would not work. And it would actually mean when you put the object into the world, it would be off to the side, like this cube is. So, And then also, then you just export it, which you get a string of your current project path. So you get like the entire path that you have. And then, oh, yeah, no, so it wouldn't be like, it would just be like, in my case, contradiction Maya stuff is where it would get to. And it would not go into scenes, it would not go to desk chairs. And then it adds on assets and then the list of the name. So basically, whatever the name of this is what it'll get exported with the name, which is a nice little thing. So you don't have to type out the name yourself. I like it. There is a problem with it. Why have you behind my nose? One second. Alright, apologies. Anyways, what I was saying is, yeah, what it does, the problem with it is, I haven't tested it with groups. Like, if I, like, how you can group stuff together. But what I will say is, while I don't know about groups, one thing you can do with, like, the normal export is you can export them as separate objects. Or, no, not export them, so export separate objects as one file. So, like, I could export this, this, and this in one file. And it would kind of combine them in a way. But I like my quick export though. It works for what I need. Generally, in the past, so far I haven't had to export them like separately like this. Like, because also, like, if yeah, I just haven't needed to. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna quick export. Also, the nice thing is it pops this up. This was something I was very concerned about, is whether it pop this up, and it does. So I can actually just say yes, I want to overwrite it. Because, like, I think there's actually an option that you can, like, check off that forces it no matter what, and then that pop-up won't happen. But I want to know if I'm overwriting something so I can investigate, so I can make sure I'm not doing something I don't want to. So it's a nice little script that I feel free to use. All right. Now that we've got that exported, we're going to open up Unreal. I'm going to freeze my screen temporarily until Unreal's open. Not freeze, but we'll go to window display, window capture. And I don't think I'm gonna get to the door today. I have something that each day, so I have an assignment for one of my classes, particularly the capstone, that was due yesterday. And each day I think it loses like 10%. So I'm gonna correct that mistake. So yeah, but I do want to get this in, so that way they have the updated version. Um, and then I think, yeah, so I'm gonna do a quick save here. Save scene as. Make it a 31. Um, actually, what I'm gonna actually no, I'm gonna end the stream now, I think. There's nothing new in the Unreal. No, it's fine. I'm thinking of things and I'm trying to decide how I want to do things. Okay, we're gonna go back to display capture. And we're gonna scroll down and I'm gonna go to the desk. So, oh, also, I want to double check. So we got Um, I'm looking for triangles. Not mayonnaise triangles, triangles. 2638. I'm gonna re-import 2638. Where's re-import? Because the nice thing about re-import is it just does it from the same location that it had originally, which it's nice that you can like save or just make changes to the previous thing. I don't remember what triangles I said was. They are lower though, which is good because I did delete some stuff. Um, all right. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna file save all. Oh, you can't see. I forgot to change it back. No, I activated the display capture. I just forgot to turn the window capture off, and the window capture overlays the display. So, oh, whoops. Well, basically all I did was re-import, and I was just checking the triangles here. So, should be all good. And I am going to end the stream, and I'm going to, yeah, submit my, or import my changes to, what's the right term? Basically push it to GitHub. Oh, pushing it, that's the right word, actually. I got the right word when I went fast. Don't overthink things, I guess. Anyways, I'm gonna stop streaming, and then I'm gonna get my assignment done. So.